Hello and welcome to Epic Blocks. Today we're going to do another simple, fully automatic farm, though this one, like the last video, or a couple of videos I did, is going to be on the larger side. It is pretty straightforward, though I do have 3 chests, not because it's that much material, but because of the way I've separated them out to help myself along with this build. Anyway, today we are going to go ahead and build a string farm, or spider farm if you prefer, though since we're not going to be killing these spiders ourselves, they just drop string. And these are the materials that we're going to need. We will need a pickaxe only if we make a mistake. It does not need to be a diamond pickaxe, but realistically we're likely to misplace some of our cobblestone or cobblestone slabs, and we'll need to pick that up and replace it. We'll need a bucket of water, really just for convenience. We'll put that at the bottom of the farm so we can jump down quickly. And we are going to start off with 2 stacks of solid block and 2 stacks of ladders. You could do 2 stacks of scaffolding instead if you have string already, and bamboo. Now, I've already done a bamboo farm, but since we don't have a string farm just yet, I'll assume we're going to use solid blocks and ladders. And then you see I've got 17 blocks, a couple of torches, a couple of temporary blocks, 45 blocks. I'm going to use some hoppers and a double chest, levers, just 4 powered rails and some regular rails. And we got 6 more blocks, 50 slabs, mine cart with hopper. I'm going to use some more temporary blocks, another ladder, another block, some more temporary blocks, 4 walls. And then we do have 4 blocks of iron and a carved pumpkin. That is to make an iron golem. By the way, if you want, you can also place a regular pumpkin on top and then use shears on the pumpkin, turn it into a carved pumpkin, which will create the iron golem as well. So just an option there. In our second chest, as you can see, it's pretty much just solid blocks and some ladders. But again, I've divided the blocks up into smaller numbers for the different steps of the build. And as you can see, 878, 878, 878, and 878, so it is a bit repetitive. And then in this chest, this is the last bit. Once again, we've got lots of solid blocks, some more torches, and lots of cobblestone slabs. Of course, you could use any other type of slab if you wanted to use wood or something else. But I figured this was a convenient material to use. Pretty much everybody has access to cobblestone. Maybe I'll even do a cobblestone generator just in case you need to get more. And this 4th chest back here, just a few extra materials in case I did miscount. Pretty sure I have everything I need, but some extra temporary blocks and cobblestone and torches just in case. So to start off, let's go ahead and grab our torch. We'll hold on to that one. And I'm going to grab the water. And I'm going to grab our 2 stacks of solid blocks and ladders. Let's go ahead and dig out a place for our water. Alright, and now that we've done that, let's go ahead and just place some water in here. I don't need an infinite water source or anything. This is just going to be a convenient place for me to jump down. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the bucket in here because we won't need it anymore. And these temporary blocks, we're not going to need those, and they might mess up my count. So we'll come back to those. And let's go up. Alright, nice to get away from those slimes. It's kind of quieter here. So I do have 2 stacks here. If you are building, say, over a deep ocean or cold deep ocean, you can get away with significantly less. If you're building around several hills and you're not starting on the highest point, you may want to use a few more. But the whole point of this is that as we get to the top of this ladder here that we're building, you'll notice all those slimes on the ground are going to start disappearing. And that should make it so that when we're AFKing for our farm, the only mobs that will be spawning are the spiders in the farm. Just a few slimes left there on the ground. And as we reach the top, quick look around, and you can see there are no longer any slimes left on the ground. Alright, and we have our water ready. Place myself against the wall so I don't miss the landing. And I'm going to go ahead and place our ladders as we climb back up again. Alright, and now we're once again at the top with all of our ladders placed. Of course, I don't have any materials with me, so I'm going to jump down one more time, hug the wall here. And let's start getting our materials, and I do want to keep these in order. Alright, and you might have noticed I kind of have items divided by line or with a double space between different segments of this build. So here you can see a single space segment. Here we've got double spaces in between the different segments. but we're going to go up one more time. Alright, now that we're up here again, crouch down, and I'm going to place a line of 17 additional solid blocks. You could actually do a little bit less. I've made this farm slightly smaller than my initial practice builds. So if we wanted to maximize the size of the spawning area for our spiders, we would want to do this 17 blocks. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller though, but I still got this 17 block line. And let's add a couple of torches just to make sure that no hostile mobs ever spawn up here. And then we're going to come back over to the end and place 2 temporary blocks going up. And then we're going to build a platform of solid blocks. So we got this one's going to be the center. There we go, 1, 2. Oh, there's one we're going to have to fix. 3. And let's go in this direction. We're going to go 3 as well. Go. And over here. It's 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to fill this in. I'm going to leave this side for last. Alright, and now you might notice we don't have enough blocks left to do this the way we wanted. Okay, and because of that one block that I placed in the wrong spot, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a temporary block as well. So this one is going to be very temporary. Actually, I think I can go ahead and use one of these. It's just the next part of the build from solid blocks. That one there. And I'm going to place our chest. While crouching, we can go from that block to the chest, but we won't go off of the chest. And we can place the other part of our double chest. And now while we're crouching, we can place hoppers going into the chest and into the other hoppers. And go ahead and grab our rails. Alright, and sometimes the rails don't like to link up quite the right way, so I may need to break a few. Like that, that's not what we wanted. Put that one there. That. Now let's one. And we might as well put this one back. And we're going to put another powered rail here. And another power rail here. Alright, now we're going to have to shift to place our rails on the hoppers. And again, we crouch and place the last one. Alright, so I didn't have to break too many up. Got these now. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and place one solid block. Make sure we're touching the rails. See, I have that outline, not the block below it. And we're going to put a lever on top. Go. I have found that 2 issues. If we put the lever on the side, it can actually flip the tracks, which we don't want to do. And putting the lever on top should keep anything from spawning on top of that block. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Go, highlight the rail. Put a lever on top. And of course, that does power that one, but we're going to leave it off for a moment. Come back here and drop back to that level. You can break this extra block now. And we can place a lever here. Flip it on. That's going to power the rail up there. And we can break these 2 temporary blocks. Too far. And place a lever on that one and turn it on. So. Now we borrow a temporary block real quick here. And I'm not going to bother with a temporary block on this one because I don't want to jump down to claim it. Just going to put solid blocks there. Now we can grab this one. And we can jump back up. And we can see that our levers are in the right spot, and they are powering those 2 powered rails. If you don't like climbing underneath like that and placing the levers, you could use a redstone block instead of the cobblestone for those 2 spots. That would power the rails as well. But that would be 18 redstone just for those 2 spots. And it seems like a bit of a waste. Anyway, we now have our, before I turn this on, need our cobblestone slabs. And now we could put it on the side of the lever here. We have to switch, or shift and crouch so that it doesn't flip the switch. But kind of the fun thing about rails is we can just point at the rail and place our cobblestone slabs, or whatever other blocks we happen to be using. Of course, now that I got these up here, we can just go directly off of those. So if you noticed, this is a 7x7 platform we've made, and that would be 49 blocks. I had 50 slabs here, because we are going to want to place a slab there. Have to jump up onto that one. And we can climb up here. And the next thing we're going to want to do, these down. Set this one aside. I think we may actually use it later. But let's find our center block. It's this one. Now we're going to place a temporary block. Now, because this is a half slab on the lower edge, one of the nice things is that mobs won't spawn on this, but obviously we can't make that jump. So I have this ladder here. Jump up. And we're going to climb up with these temporary blocks. Alright, now this is where it gets a little tricky. So these last two I'm actually going to hold off. Come back to those as it were in a moment, and I'm going to play with these 10, which is more than I need. And we're going to come out to the side. Now we're going to go up the other two. And we'll place another temporary block here, and our one cobblestone block. Alright, now we want to go up 2 more. And we're going to place... have to get into the corner to place walls while crouching. Go. Why it has me bounce up here when I was not on the wall in the corner, I'll never understand, but let's go to this corner and place the other 2 walls. And we're going to go ahead and place... too far there. I think it's because the walls are a little taller, it lets me just step up. Yep, no need to jump. But now we want to jump, and these will be the arms of our iron golem. There we go. And now we don't want to place the carved pumpkin yet, because our iron golem would probably just walk out of our little pin we've made for him. So let's go ahead and break those 2 dirt blocks. Now we can place this pumpkin on top. Or if you wanted, you could wait till a later part of the build when it might be a little more convenient. But as long as we're up here, I'm going to go ahead and just place it now. And he falls into our little pin. And we'll to here. And I think I messed up. I want to go down 1 more. Oops, that's 2, but that'll work. Now we can break this block and we won't fall back to the ground. Alright, now it's straight back down to the platform. And we get our ladder back as well. I'll move that up. Our ladder is actually going to be used the next time we need ladders, which will be when we come back up here again. Alright, now that we've got this all built, and we could have done this before doing that last part, but let's go ahead and turn this on. You see our minecart's going to go back and forth under this 7x7 platform of slabs. It will pick up any string that lands on top of it, and it will deposit it into these hoppers, which will then deposit it into the chest. And just in case it happens to pick up a whole bunch of string at once, it'll drop off 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 here, and then come down this way, drop off another 1 or 2. It'll have a bit of a pause here, might even drop off 2 or 3, and hopefully another one there, and then go back and another 1 or 2, and another 1 or 2. All of this going into our chest. So mostly that's going to be a situation if, say, you've left it off for a little while and the farm's been running, and so you realize you've got a bunch of string that's collecting up here, and our minecart will be coming back here soon. Just sitting here on the job, not collecting anything. So if that was the case, then these extra hoppers will come in really handy. But we're going to go ahead and leave that running for now. Let's go ahead and jump back down. So I go to the right side. Yep, this one. Press against the wall. Alright. And we're going to need these blocks and these blocks. Those will add to the other ladders. Alright, now you'll see in a couple of minutes when I get back up to the top and start building that these little separations and the 11, 7, 8, 7 are going to make a lot more sense. Hold on to these temporary blocks in case I need any, but we should be good there. Alright, and our water's on this side, so we're going to go ahead and take these 6 blocks and build ourselves a bit of a platform over here. And we're going to want to build up on this spot. Though, let's go ahead and just put the ladders on this side now. Crouch while on the ladder, and that'll let me go up relatively quickly. Not going to want to jump down at the top of this one like we did with the big one below us. Alright, and now we're back at the top of this platform. And as you can see, I do have an extra ladder. When I was putting ladders in the chest, I forgot to subtract one from the stack we were just using. So we do have an extra. And we're going to turn back this way. And actually going to go ahead and toggle our sneak. I generally like to hold my shift key down, but this is going to be better for this next bit of our build. There we go. Now I'm crouched. I just had to tap shift. And we're going to build out 11 blocks this way. Alright, and as you can see, we're getting awfully close to our golem, and we do want to make sure that our walls are on the same level as this platform we're building, because our spiders are going to spawn on this platform, and they need to be able to see the iron golem above the walls, so I want to make sure those are lined up just right, and you'll see to make this an area where only spiders can spawn, it is going to be one tall, so they have to be perfectly in line with the iron golem's head. So used to using my hold shift. I forgot I was already crouched. So, yeah. Alright, now for... Stop pressing shift, I'm already set. For this next bit, so that was 11 blocks, and this next bit is also 11. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and turn this way for 1, 2. Alright, now I've got 7. Let me start here. So we're in line with our iron golem again. This one's just going to go straight back. So this will kind of give you an idea of the size of the platform we're going to build. Now, you could do 11, like we had built over there. But again, I'm making this a little bit smaller. It's going to save on some materials and make it a little easier to build. Now we got 11. It's going to be just like this 11. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and turn 1, 2. Now we're going to do one more here, so that puts us back in line with the iron golem again, and finish out our platform of 7. Okay, let's grab these. And we're going to do this part. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and turn 1, 2. Now we do our 7, make sure to add this to the end, so we're in line with the iron golem again. And we'll go back. And finally, this last 11 should take us back to where we started. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and turn this way for 1 and 2. Alright. Start grabbing these. And it's just all 8s and 7s, so they don't really have to be in order anymore. Okay, and we could start right here. We would just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But since we've already got 7 counted there, I'm going to start with one of these ends. And we're going to do 8 blocks in a straight line. Well, now the 7 here, we're actually going to go in. And this is just going to be a simple diagonal. And the 8's going to go continuing the diagonal because that's going to put us in line with the end of that edge. And we'll do 8 more. And we move in for the diagonal. And go out for our edge. That's going to be in line with that one. And next, we do another 8 here. Move in for the move in for the diagonal. Okay, and our 8 for the edge, we are going to go out one more. That'll put us in line with the 7. Of course, this is actually 11. And now we're going to do 8 more. Move in for the diagonal. By the way, it's kind of fun to look at the shadow down there. You can see we're kind of taking on a circular type shape. So not quite, it's still awfully square. I'll show you a picture of what this would look like if you wanted to absolutely maximize the spawn area. That would be much more circular. But that takes care of that. We've done our edges. And we need to go back down to get more materials to fill this in. And then we'll add a roof and we'll be done. So I go carefully now that I'm not crouched. And we can jump all the way down to our water. Oops, got crossed. Alright, so that one's empty. That one's empty. Let's go ahead and put this extra ladder up here. And we're going to grab these. Start off with this row. And as you can see, we got 64 and 17, 64 and 17, and another set, and a fourth set. So those are the materials to fill in the spawning platform. And then we're going to have this section kind of as a wall, and these slabs are going to be the roof. So we are pretty close to being done here. I don't think I'm going to need any of these temporary blocks. Maybe one, actually. So let's go up one more time and finish this up. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and crouch down again, though I think it's going to be less of an issue here. And we're going to start filling this in. Alright, and as you can see, that 64 and 17 completely fills up this section, and we'll move on to the next. And we'll go ahead and take care of the third and fourth section here as well. Alright, so that's our spawning platform done. And next we're going to go ahead and build our wall. And add and place one block right here. I'm going to stay crouched here, though I'm in less danger. Just going to go around, and I'm not going to worry about temporary blocks. We are just going to fill in the outer corner on these diagonal edges. And just give me a moment, we'll go all the way around. Alright, that's our wall completed. And let's go ahead and place some torches. Here's the center one, is this one. Center of this wall. Center of the diagonal. There we go. That should make it so all of these solid blocks are safe from any hostile mob spawning. And finally, now we just need to place a roof on this. As you can see, it's an awful lot of half slabs, and we do want these on the lower ends. This is where we are going to want our one temporary block. Okay, this is where we started. Actually, I suppose I don't even need it if I just place it against the torch. Pickaxe here, just in case. And we stay crouched. It's kind of nice that we move a little slower, but I don't have to worry about accidentally placing a half slab up on top of one of these. So just give me a few minutes, and I'm going to fill this whole roof in. Alright, we're almost done here. As you can see, I can't jump out, but I got most of this covered except for a small hole in the middle I couldn't quite reach. But I left myself a place to jump out over there. So let me go ahead and fill this in. Oh, bound to make a mistake sooner or later. And if I crouch, I should be able to avoid that mistake. Alright, and we're back here at the beginning. Fill in this spot here. don't need to shift anymore, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off the toggle because it always messes with the way I like to play. There we go. And say goodbye to our iron golem as we place these last 4. And that is our farm complete. Go ahead and go back down to this level. Make sure we don't fall too far away from the ladder. And already you can see we've got some spiders falling. When they're in the dark, the spiders are hostile to players and to iron golems. So they're going to try and attack him. And we can't see it very well in the dark here, but with the hole around him, they're going to try and jump. Every once in a while, a spider might reach the iron golem, might do a tiny bit of damage. He might hit them. You'll notice also every once in a while they might get caught on the wall here, on the inner part of the spawning platform. And then if they drop straight down, they might miss our platform. So you could make this bigger. You could make that platform bigger. But I've found that this particular size works rather well for the drops without losing too much, without getting things too complicated or using too many resources. There was a spider who died right up here in the air a moment ago, must have been hit by the iron golem. But anyway, we can sit here and we should be getting about a stack of string every 5 minutes or so. Now with our bamboo farm and this string farm, we should be able to make lots of scaffolding. So for our next monster spawner, which I think I might do one where we can actually kill them ourselves and get the experience. So we'll have an experience farm as well as their drops. But yeah, once we have scaffolding, it'll be a lot easier to build this part. So again, that was 2 stacks of solid blocks and 2 stacks of ladders to get to this level. And another, I think I did 35 going up from here. You could do a little bit less. Technically, the spiders only need, I think, 24 blocks to die. But they have a higher chance of bumping into each other and a few other things. And I like to go a good solid 30 blocks or so to make sure that they've got room to actually take full fall damage. So again, except for a couple who will fall and just miss our platform, and a few who land on the edge and maybe their drop falls off, we should be getting an awful lot of spiders falling here and getting an awful lot of string. So it's been just a couple of minutes. Looks like something fell down there. And coming up on half a stack of string already. Basically, half a stack, just short. Have to wait for the minecart and Harper to get over to this side. So we can wait anywhere in this area. I just like to back off here so the minecart's not quite so loud. We are definitely close enough that the spiders will spawn up there, but not so far away that they won't spawn. And of course, we're too high up for anything to spawn down there. They'll only just barely. Anyway, I think we just had a spider miss the platform. Anyway, that is our farm completed. All right, just a quick little addendum to my video here for the stream farm. So you can see I've got a little guy running around up here. Because we built our roof out of half slabs, specifically bottom slabs, these are considered transparent, which means that when a spider spawns in here, there's a chance that it could be a spider jockey, which we have here. And because these are transparent, technically, he is not going to suffocate. And so with a spider jockey, the skeleton is in control of where they go. I suppose it's always possible he may wander into the center and fall off, in which case, any bones or other drops you have we might get with the rest of our string. But he's likely just going to run around up here. He can't see the iron golem, so he's not going to attack it. And the only real problem, because we're never going to hit our mob cap with this farm, as you can see, we have 1 monster spawned, which is our spider jockey. And if we go up higher, of course, we'll get a few more. But that one, or even if we had 2 or 3 of them, we're never going to get anywhere close to the monster cap. The only problem is that it does take up a couple of spaces where other spiders could be spawning. But again, it's not a huge impact. And there we go, now we got some more spiders spawning. So every once in a while, that will mean 1 or possibly 2 less spiders spawning. But don't have to worry about it too much. First of all, if we climb up here, kind of fun to watch him like he's swimming through the rock, we can always punch him. And also, if you just wait around till daylight, this one's already taken some damage, by the way, but we turn on the light, and he is going to start burning. Yep, he only had a few ticks of damage left. And now the spider remains beneath, and he's going to aggro against the iron golem and drop off like all the other spiders into our collection system. One final point I will make with this. Actually 2 points. So first of all, with the half slabs, you might think if we were to put in solid blocks here that would kill the skeletons with suffocation. And that would work, except that the solid blocks would prevent the spiders from spawning at all. A 1 block space exactly is not enough for them to spawn. I've seen some farms will use soul sand underneath, so that gives them just a tiny bit more space and the spiders will spawn. I know mud is also technically slightly less than a full block, but in my testing I wasn't able to get anything to generate that way. You could try that, but that would require replacing all of the blocks on this level with soul sand or potentially mud. And so we've got our half slabs in here. And the one last thing I wanted to mention is if you ever notice that your farm seems to stop working, it is possible that the spiders will kill the iron golem. Some people say that by adding more walls in, you give him more protection, so he might last a little bit longer. I've not found it to make a significant difference, but of course that's a fairly easy thing to do. Also, if our iron golem does die, then all we have to do is come up here, break a couple of blocks, most of which will probably fall back into our collection system down there, and build another iron golem. So we would want down here somewhere, there it is. And so that's our block of iron, and we'll need a pumpkin or carved pumpkin, and we would just build that. Yep. So we could build it right here. You say that was a temporary. And put this here. And if we put the carved pumpkin on top, that would create the iron golem, and he would drop into this space. If this guy's gone, if he's been destroyed by the spiders, then all we have to do is create a new one, drop him in. Don't want to create a second one in this space right now. And then cover this up again, and our farm is good to go. It's not likely that you'll have that happen too often, but if you happen to notice that your spiders are not falling, and it's been more than 30 seconds or so, that one came in awfully quick, more likely than not the iron golem has died, and not too hard to get up there and replace him. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching, and this has been Epic Blocks.